Sisters, where today I'm off to Chessington World of Adventures for my first visit since last year. So it's just coming up to 9:30 and I've got down here to the entrance to Chessington. I've just walked down from the rail station and then I've popped a little just to get some food for the day because, yeah, if you know about the Merlin parks, you'll know that the food here is extortionate and it's not very good either. Yeah, so I've got about half an hour until the park opens. I'm using this entrance because I've just come off a train. Normally, if you come in a car, you'll go to the other one, which is on the other side of the park, and there's like big car parks and things. But yeah, if you have come here via public transport or you're staying at the hotels, this is the car park and entrance that you will use. So I'm all through security now. The entrance turnstiles don't open until 10 o'clock unless you've got like early access or something. So just going to hang around here. Got about like 25 minutes, so not too bad at all. And then I think I'm going to run to Vampire or Dragon's Fury. I'm not too sure. Both of them build up with very big queues. A few minutes before the park officially opens, yeah, and they've just opened the turnstiles. So I'm going to go down to Vampire, I think, because I think that's the one that's going to get busiest. And also I've been stood in the sun for like half an hour. That's all down in the tree, so it'll be nice and shaded, even if I do have to wait a little bit. Yeah, if you do hear me going on about how hot it is today, it's scheduled to be, I think, 33 degrees Celsius. Yeah, hopefully Vampire will open on time. Just walking down into the Wildwoods area now. There's going to be a lot of updates for me to check out in this video as well. There's loads of construction going on around the park, but yeah, I'll get to that once I've done a couple of rides. So after a bit of a delayed opening, Vampire is open, just filtering into the queue line, and it says it's 30 minutes. So if that's true, that won't be too bad at all, because this can get very busy. I've seen it on like 90 minutes. I even waited 3 hours for it once. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't take too long. Looks like there might have been a few updates to the queue. It says it's the entrance to Manor Garden. Yeah, there's definitely been some nice little theming updates. Oh yeah, it's nice and quiet this morning. Shouldn't be waiting too long at all, maybe 25-30 minutes like it said on the board. Only took 15 minutes to get on Vampire there. They were really smashing the trains out. There was pretty much one constantly going around on there. That queue kept moving. It took 15 minutes. So yeah, not as bad as I was expecting. There's loads of updates for me to see because it is my first visit of the year, starting with this carousel. Yeah, it definitely looks a lot brighter. I wonder what looks different, and I thought, yeah, this all used to be grey. I'm sure it did, and I'm sure there must be more theming on there. Yeah, that's the Adventure Tree Carousel. I think, is this year or last year? Anyway, that looks really fresh. I think this was done for last year, I want to say. This was all painted like these colourful blocks. And yeah, there's a massive change, something quite sad, here in Mexicana. So for the past few years, every time I've come to Chessington, I've always gone down to the old Scorpion Express ride, seen what's happening, if it's going to reopen. And since I was last here at the park, it's all been ripped down, not just the ride, like the themed area. And there's these big construction walls that have gone up. Paw Patrol, yeah, I saw it looked weird on the line, but being here in person, it barely even feels like I'm at Chessington. But yeah, this is the new Paw Patrol area. I will show you what's going on if I can get a bit of a look behind the fence, although it is quite big. Yeah, Paw Patrol, it's a new themed area coming next year. They've got meet and greets and stuff on. Rattlesnake is still down here though. For how long, who knows, because it's going to be very out of place with Paw Patrol. You can see loads of like rubble and stuff, not talking about the character. There's rubble, and there is a massive stack of rubble behind there. There must be like 10 foot tall. So yeah, I guess construction on this will be starting soon. I mean, deconstruction seems to have already happened probably quite a while ago, because there used to be like loads of buildings. Yeah, it used to be a really, really nice themed area this. So I really hope that the Paw Patrol area is sort of, I know it's going to be like an IP and it's for kids, but I really hope it's well themed, because to say goodbye to what used to be loads of theming like this, themed in with Rattlesnake, and if we do just get like some vinyl themed area, yeah, it won't be the best, will it? But yeah, there's a new roller coaster coming, as you can see here, and a few little like flat rides and stuff, so it will be pretty cool. Rattlesnake's not open at the minute, although it is scheduled to be open today, which is good. It's testing, so maybe I'll hang around and get a ride on this. I should also get some really good views of the construction if I go on Rattlesnake. I thought Croc Drop on, because that'll be another good one if it's spinning around to get a view over there. Yeah, it's only on 15 minutes. Perfect, there's barely any queue for Croc Drop. It's like, you can see here, that's less than 15 minutes. They've put this construction wall up here. It's just like a green one. I'm sure something more permanent will come once the area's finished, or at least I hope so. Oh, it looks like the shop's returned as well, because they removed that shop, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and there's merch there, so the Croc Drop shop has returned as well. I really hope this is spinning round today, otherwise I might just get a view of that way. But yeah, it's still a pretty good ride, Croc Drop, even if I don't get the view of the construction. Oh yeah, this is like a walk on near enough. I actually got a really good view on Croc Drop. You can see the new roller coaster where that's going to be. It's going to be a very small layout by the looks of things, but the area is a lot bigger than I thought it would have been, so that's pretty cool to see. I'm excited for Paw Patrol area to open next year. Not much else I can see at the minute, but I will get you frequent updates throughout the year. And I'm over here to Wild Asia now, or what used to be Wild Asia. Yeah, I used to really like this area. I thought it was really well themed, as you can see by this entrance, and they've completely ripped it out. However, it does look like it's going to be for something better in the future. It's going to be for a Minecraft themed area, or at least it's heavily rumoured to be that, and there's a lot of evidence showing that. They've ripped out most of the buildings, a lot of trees. Yeah, it sort of makes this corner of the park feel very empty now. Yeah, it's just a bit of a shame to see, really. I'll walk down here and see if I can see anything else. There you go, you can get a much better view. There used to be a big restaurant there, and like, I think it was a shop. There used to be Dodgems over there, used to have Monkey Swinger. Yeah, to think I was riding all those rides in November, back here now, and it's all been pulled out. It's a shame really, because it was a nice area. It wasn't like it was looking too tired in places. I think they'd even done like bits of new theming and stuff. But I hope it'll be really cool as Minecraft. I'm sure they'll do a good job with it. That's where Cobra used to stand, the old Zamperla Mega Disco. Again, like I said, another thing that feels missing off the skyline. Yeah, it's big changes to this park at the minute. It feels very, very different, because there used to be like another area with a few rides over there. Now, that's the edge of the park. This is the outer perimeter of the park currently. I did just take a stroll down to Tiger Rock, but the queue was like 45 minutes long, and I didn't really fancy waiting that long for Tiger Rock. It's a good log room, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'd rather do stuff like Mandrill Mayhem first, and I think this is even quieter. So yeah, going into World of Jumanji, my favourite themed area here at Chessington. The area's really started to settle in though, because I remember when it first opened, they'd just planted all these trees and stuff, and now you can't even see down to the queue line for Mandrill Mayhem. because there's loads of greenery and it's all growing up really nicely. This will be really nice in a couple of years when they like start growing quite tall and you get shade. At the minute you just got to sort of deal with the sun, but yeah, I'm going to go and get in the queue for Mandrill Mayhem. I'm not sure whether to do main queue or single rider. Might go for single rider, to be fair, if it's not too busy. Yeah, I did single rider because I'm on my own today and there's no one in the single rider queue, so that's just perfect. Just went into single rider and I walked on row 1, which is the front row, so it means you go right up to the top of that spike. And when I was at the top, I was on, I think it's that side, so I was on top of the track. I could see right through to central London, saw all the skyscrapers like the Shard and stuff, so yeah, very good. When it's a clear day you can see so far from up there. It wasn't too rough either. It has been a bit bouncy previously. It was not like perfectly smooth, don't get me wrong, but it was still a very enjoyable ride on Mandrill Mayhem there. I got another front row ride, but it was on the other side, so it still rode very different. Unfortunately, that was a lot more bouncier there on that ride. I don't know like what the difference is, if it matters what side you're on, maybe possibly like the amount of weight on the train. Yeah, not too sure, but still, I've had 2 front row rides and it's taken like 15 minutes to get both of those. It's been pretty much walk on every time, so really lucky with that. I might come back and get a couple more rides before I head out of the park later, but yeah, I'm not too sure what to do now. I do want to do Dragon's Fury today, but I'm also not going to queue like an hour for it, so just have to see how that one goes. Just check the app. Rattlesnake is now open, however it's got a 50-minute queue. It's the longest queue in the park, so not going to go and do that just yet, although I'm sure I can do it in a bit, because yeah, I don't know how long that ride's going to be at this park for. It could even be removed this year, so it's one of those things. I want to go and get rides on it while it's still here, make the most of it. I wonder what barrel bailout is on. This is another water ride where you basically shoot other people in their barrels and they shoot you with water, which is perfect for a day like today. Advertised at 15 minutes. It probably won't even be that long. I'm going to have a ride on barrel bailout. Yeah, it's opened in 2022, so it's a relatively new ride. That was just a workout, that. I barely got wet. Those guns have got a lot less power than they used to. Yeah, and I'm very hot and tired after that, because you basically have to do this all the time to get any water going, and it was just not quite reaching far enough. I think what I'll do now is I'll have a look in the shop and see if there's any new merch, because I haven't been here since last year, and I'm also hoping it's air conditioned. Well, air conditioned it is, which is lovely. What have we got here? Dragon's Fury money box. That's on sale. This cool resin here, that's quite nice. All sorts of trophies, a Tiger Rock one. There's some nice mugs here. Oh, some of these seem new. I don't know if I've seen the Dragon's Fury one. That's not too bad for £6. It's quite nice. The Mandrill Mayhem one for £12, and the Snake one, £8.50. That's pretty nice. Like the actual snakes 3D there. Explorer Glamping tin mug, £3.50, yeah, because that's now been removed to make way for the Minecraft area. What's the sale on? Well, like a Chessington knockoff Jenga there. Jenga. Oh, some nice mugs here. I tell you what, if I had more space in my bag and I didn't have to carry it around all day, I'd definitely pick up some mugs. I'll have to have a look if they've got them online. First we got lots of Lego here. And over to the magnets and keychains. There looks to be a lot going on over here. That's quite handy. You can put like pencils or stuff in if you want that on the fridge. Got this resin Jumanji one, more 3D one, a Bubbleworks one. Well, that's really cool actually. That is a park map. I quite like that. Oh, this spinning one. That's £8 just for that spinning one. These little banners. Pretty cool. Jigsaw magnets. They're really good actually, only £3, so you could complete the whole set. Just had a look in the shop. I picked up a couple of little magnets. I got the Cobra one because I thought, yeah, it's not at the park anymore, so it'd be nice to have a little bit of merch from it, even if it is just a fridge magnet. And then I got the Shipwreck Coast one because I thought that was pretty cool, and it was £2, so yeah, not bad at all. Not too sure where I'm going to head to now. I think I'm heading round to Rattlesnake and see how busy that queue actually is, or if it's just over advertised. Rattlesnake done there. I think I waited about 30 minutes for that there. It was advertised at 40, so still less than advertised. It was moving very slow because normally that would have been about like a 20-minute queue. But anyway, good view of the construction. That and Croc Drop are best. I'd probably say Croc Drop's the best if it's spinning round. If not, Rattlesnake, and that'll give you a good look at the new Paw Patrol themed area. Like I say, if you are coming here, make sure you have a ride on that because it may not be here forever, it may not even be here next year. I'm off to Dragon's Fury. It's only got a 25-minute queue, which is really quiet for that ride. The queues actually seem to have quietened down a bit. Maybe the heat's getting a bit too much for people because, yeah, it is very warm and a lot of the queue lines aren't in that much shade either. Tiny Truckers here. It's just a very small ride. I'm not going on it. But they did a thing where people could donate their Hot Wheels cars and they put them in this cabinet. And yeah, here it is. Pretty cool. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you've got any Hot Wheels cars in here and if you've seen them yet. Yeah, the refurb on this looks really good actually. Nice, bright entrance. They've got quite a busy queue actually, 15 minutes. There's no advertised queue on the entrance because that seems to be broken, but it doesn't look too busy actually. The queue was all the way down here earlier, so yeah, let's join the back of the queue and see how long it takes. Yeah, it's to the Dragon's Treats store, so probably going to be a little bit longer than 25 minutes, but there's a big tree here which should keep me a bit shaded out of that scorching sun. Yeah, that's Dragon's Fury done then. Queued about 25-30 minutes, so as advertised. Queues haven't been too bad today. They've only ever been overestimated. No like extortionate queues where it said it was 10 minutes or anything. Yeah, Mandrill Mayhem, gonna go and have some more re-rides. I got those 2 rides. I think it's still gonna be pretty quiet down here. How often do you see that? 5 minutes for Mandrill Mayhem. I'm counting on there being no one in single rider, but yeah, look at main queue. Barely anyone in that. There's like one person in single rider. Oh no, there's no one in single rider. Perfect. Just come off a row 6 ride there. Again, I got straight on, so that was really good. And row 6 is one of my favourite rows because you go right up the spike. Yeah, row 7's the back facing one, so I'm hoping for a row 7 ride today, but yeah, I'll have to be really lucky to get that. Yeah, this will be ride number 4. So I've just ridden at row 5, so yeah, pretty much near the back. It's still good on that spike. It was on the other side as well, so I keep getting alternating sides. I'm actually really lucky with the row allocation. I've just got my fingers crossed for a row 7, which is the one that faces backwards, which is the one that's at the front now. It's quite confusing. Anyway, single rider for Mandrill Mayhem. I've got row 7, yeah, my luck's been amazing with getting rows today. I've got row 7 on this side. Yeah, it would have been row 6, but then these people changed their mind. So yeah, because I was in single rider, I went on row 7, so that's 2 front rows, 2 row 6s, and then the backwards facing row as well. So yeah, gonna leave it for rides on Mandrill today now, because I'm really happy with that. And I'm not at a queue really for any of them. That was the longest one, and that took a few minutes. You've also got Ostrich Stampede, the sort of bouncer flat ride, and there's also Mamba Strike, which is like the little kiddie Miami ride. That's actually really quiet. Not going to do those 2 today, but I do normally do them. Yeah, not sure where to go, so I thought I'd head into Shipwreck Coast. Yeah, they redid all the flooring in here last year. It looks quite good. It's resin, which does tend to sort of wear quite quickly. But still, it's all like a nice light blue, grey sort of colour, which fits with the aquatic theme. You got Trawler Trouble over here. This was added in 2022, along with Barrel Bailout, and that's when the area actually opened. So I've been at the park for about 3.5 hours now. I've done all 4 coasters, I've done Barrel Bailout, I've done Crop Drop, I've looked at both construction areas. So yeah, I'm fairly happy with my visit to Chessington. Going to start making my way out of the park now and over to Thorpe Park, where I'll be there this evening. The park's actually open a bit later over at Thorpe Park, so that's why I'm going to head over there, get some rides on Hyperia and stuff. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog from Chessington. I wanted to revisit this park. I'm sure I'll be back here later in the summer, probably like July, August time. Just a bit of a sort of refresher visit, see what construction's going on, get a ride on all the coasters. Yeah, it's been pretty fun, and wrap up the video now. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one, which will be from Thorpe Park.